What's up, Capoeira Nation? Welcome back to the Capoeira Experience podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for coming back. And now, listen to the second part of this conversation. This was amazing conversation with Instrutora Faisca and Professor Albatroz. So, the only thing I'm going to ask you on return, the only one thing is just subscribe. Actually, two or multiple things, but please subscribe to the channel, to the YouTube channel. Is going to be very, very helpful and very, very nice. It's gonna make me love you, yeah, even more because you do capoeira. I really love you because of that. So help me out, help me grow this amazing capoeira library. It's a free library for everybody in the world, because you can get access to this online, so you can listen to this anywhere in the world. So please just give me a follow, give me a really nice review. That's going to help me to pump the podcast a little bit higher, a higher ranking, and just give me 5 stars on Spotify or wherever you're listening this. Okay, Apple Podcast, that's very, very useful. Okay, so please, thank you so much. Listen to the second part, and I'll see you later. Peace.
I'm gonna try to give a simple, some simple tips. I don't know that it's gonna completely explain how to project your voice, but I'll tell you some common errors that people do. Commonly, people will think that you project and sing with your throat.
Oh yeah.
You do not. These muscles here should not tense up when you sing. If you sing and you have a sore throat after you sing, you're unfortunately using wrong technique. And that's okay. It happens with a lot of people. Sure. Don't get discouraged. Don't stop singing because of that. Yeah. But just be careful to not overdo your vocal cords, because you can damage them, and you really want to be able to care for them. But the projection actually happens in the mask of your face. So instead of the sound coming more out of your chest, it moves into the mask. And so it's really difficult to go into a lot of detail on how you project. Sure. Yeah. But having good posture, if you see people who sing opera, they are master projectors. They sing without a microphone, and they fill a whole stadium of their sound, right? So if you sing and your back is kind of like this and your neck is tilted down, this is bad. Your windpipe right here is going to determine how much air is compressed outwards to sustain quality of your voice. Yeah. So that windpipe needs to be at a neutral level. So keeping your neck neutral and keeping your chest proud is going to help you project your voice better. And then maybe singing classes.
Yeah. Nice.
What am I gonna say after that? I don't have anything to add after this very technical answer.
No, that's nice.
I'm kidding. It's funny because there's something else that I always tell my students, which is, okay, have you been singing the same way when you are leading and when you are in the coro? Think about it.
Good point.
Because so many times we use our voice from the coro the same way that we use our voice when we are leading with a song, and it's totally different. Yeah. When you are in the coro, there's 20 people along with you, so you don't have to project your voice the same way, right? Yeah. When you're leading, it's another voice that you're gonna be using. It's another you that you're gonna be using. And I guess that listening to yourself will help you. So it goes back to the other question, but also when you're able to listen to yourself, the more you're able to listen to yourself, the better you're going to be at projecting. And obviously, along with the vocal exercises, warming it up and stuff like that. But one thing that I always do, and this I do while driving, I get songs and I try to vary the way that I sing them. Oh. In order to be more comfortable with the song. And I never, ever try to sing the same way that the composer did.
Yeah.
So, for example, we listened to Mestre Pernalonga's album, singing Par de Asas, which is an amazing song. I will not be able to sing it the same way that he does because it's him. And I've got another voice. I got other, things. So try not to reproduce the same way that the album does, like exactly like copy and paste. No, adapt it to your voice, and then again, don't speed it up. Try to prolong, try to articulate. I always do this with Beira-Mar. Like I sometimes I sing it faster, like Beira-Mar yo yo, Beira-Mar ya ya, and sometimes I go like Beira-Mar yo yo, Beira-Mar ya ya.
Nice.
So you see, it's an exercise.
Yeah.
It's even for you to like, okay, I'm able to sing it this way, or no, I should be practicing more. It's like a sort of a self-evaluation.
Yeah.
You run a self-evaluation. Okay, I'm able to sing this song this way. I'm not able to sing this song this way. And then you create your own track list,
So I think what Albatroz just said is super important. And I'm glad that you bring it up. The importance of like just grabbing songs and playing with them. I hear this from a lot of singers, that they just will be driving, playing around with their voice and discovering their voice. In the same way in capoeira, você faz movimentação, you move around, move your body, and you discover, wow, I can do this queda de rime this way and I can go that way. Your vocal cords are the same thing. You need to play around. And the more often you do it, the more quality and like knowledge you will extract of your own vocal capability. So if you weightlift once a month or once a week, you're not gonna really get cut. You're not gonna get stronger.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel really difficult every time. But if you're weightlifting 3 times a week, and you're taking care of your diet, you're going to get super cut, and you're going to be super encouraged. And so I've stayed the most encouraged with my singing when I'm disciplined and stuck to, okay, I'm going to practice 3 times a week. Even if that practicing, it doesn't have to be an hour. It can be 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to do just some warm-ups and I'm going to listen to some songs and play around with these songs. Like, I just think that's really great advice.
For sure. I like that. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's another muscle. It's another muscle that you can practice, and then you can get either, and it goes like both ways, right? You can either get stronger or it gets weaker. It's just how it is, just human body. And then, so that projection comes with breathing too, right? Because I mean, if the way you breathe in the Roda or as you singing is very important too, because I also run with the issue. Like there's songs that I run out of the breath, and then I gotta catch and then keep going, and then you get more tired singing than playing the Roda because you don't breathe correctly. So some breathing exercise there that you guys think that people can do to either project the voice, to sing longer, to not get tired as you sing. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I'll go for the more practical thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that Faisca will go very technical. So that's the perfect combination that you did today, man. Like I go practical, like organic way, and then Faisca comes with the theory, and then it all combines.
Nice. I like it.
What I think is like sometimes people they forget how to breathe. Forget how to breathe. Is that possible to say this? They don't think about breathing well.
Yeah, they're not
because they're not pauses while they're playing. So it's not only singing. One thing is singing without playing. All right, so there's one breathing. Another thing is like singing while playing, and when to have a pause and when to breathe. So example, I'll go back to Banguela. Banguela, you're playing dun ding, dun ding, dun ding, dun ding, dun ding, dun ding. When I'm singing, what I try to do is like I'll do the repique, the dobrada. I don't know how you call it, like dun ding, dun ding, dun ding, dun. this is the time that I'm breathing. And then I get, the energy in my lungs. It will help me to go back when I go to the dun ding. So the pauses that I have while I'm playing will be connected to the pauses that I have while I'm singing. This is very difficult to apply to all songs, but you're going to be able to do this for some of them. And then you learn how to connect this, while you're playing, and when you breathe, and when you have a pause, and when you interact with people.
Yeah.
So
nice.
this is something that I do. Again, I don't know. There's no way for me to do this for all songs.
Yeah,
but
sure.
for example, when I compose my song, I did this, like Capoeira viaja no mundo, não importa qual for sua passagem, dandim, 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 dandim. So I did this dobrada because I wanted to sing well, so I need to breathe. This pause will help me. Quero ver a cantiga dizer, dandim, 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 boa viagem. You see?
Yeah.
So this connection from the berimbau to the pauses, I breathe, and then I go stronger. This helps me. But again, I don't, there's no formula, there's no script for me. There are prep exercises that you can do in order to breathe better, in order to warm it up. But I guess that the connection when you're playing and when you're singing, this will help. The more aware you are about the pauses, the better for you.
Nice.
Albatroz, you said something really important in the beginning and I completely agree with it, which is people have forgotten how to breathe.
Yeah.
And this is like a very accurate statement, because if you have like an anxious short breath and you're always kind of like, and then you're gonna go sing and you're plus you're nervous, you don't expand your full rib cage. Like people are not used to expanding their rib cage. And this is actually something that I learned with my friend Morena, Profesora Morena. I don't know how many of y'all know her, but she's amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yes.
So if you put your hands around your ribs and actually take some time without singing, without training or anything, take some time to do a full breath. Like breathe in, breathe out.
Nice.
And do this multiple times without elevating your chest. Breathe through your rib cage using your diaphragm and understand like that full control. Because like Albatroz said, when you have that pause and you want to actually use and like regulate your body and your anxiety, you want to use that full breath. And then sometimes whenever you're singing, there's different types of breathing that you can use. For example, if you're singing and there's like a very short space for you to breathe, there's this thing called respiração de susto, which is just you have but you practice it. Okay. So you have to just pull in like a really short breath. I'm trying to think how I would practice this in singing class, but so what we would do is we would sing like maybe like vowels. There,
nice.
Nice. So like not like sticking to the time.
Yeah.
And getting your breath in as quickly as you can without losing the beat. Now, of course, I'm being super technical. I know.
No, it's okay.
Guys, like,
thank you for that.
It's good. Yeah.
It helps. Whenever, and all of a sudden, you're going to be able to compose some songs that are a little bit more com balanço, swingy, mais apertadinho, because you have the breath for it, And so actually practicing that respiração de susto, which translates to like a scare breath. I don't know.
Yeah. When somebody scares you, like,
some technical word for it. Okay. But so that I have found that to be super helpful. Okay. And you can kind of play around. Okay. Right now I can use my full breath. Right now I can use scare breath. Another thing is, one thing I've discovered recently, which has been kind of mind blowing, is to learning how to control the amount of air that leaves your pipes. While you're singing actually increases the quality of your voice. Like the way you sounds really, really much more textured and like beautiful if you control, if you can bring good pressure and control the amount of air. So if you sing and you don't control the air, it just comes out kind of like wheezy, like you don't have a lot of like deixa eu pensar aqui. Capoeira que é bom nunca cai. Ou eu posso, I can sustain my voice. Capoeira que é bom nunca cai.
Oh, cool.
I'm
Cool.
controlling
Nice.
how much air that I'm putting into and releasing. So really practical way how you can practice this. Okay. So you're going to get a cup. And you're going to fill that cup about this much with water, maybe a little bit more. And you're going to get one of those thick straws from like, you know, Burger King and Starbucks has those like thicker straws. And you're going to put, this is not a straw, so I'm not going to put it in here.
Yeah.
You're going to put it in the cup and you're going to blow into that straw and you're going to create bubbles.
Yeah.
And what you're going to do is you're just going to sing your song.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And you're going to do that just for 2 minutes. There's a couple of things that helps with. One, it's an incredible vocal warm-up. It's actually going to get you to get ready to sing. So after you do that, you can sing.
Yeah.
And also the pressure that you're creating through that straw, it's kind of like the strength conditioning for your vocal cords. So you're actually creating, you're learning how to control that tension of air. And when you go to sing, you're going to feel like you're able to bring more support and control into how much air is leaving your lungs whenever you're singing. So
nice.
It's one that I need to do more.
Yeah, that's nice.
All of us.
That's pretty cool. And then is the goal to create just like big bubbles or just always like
just
uniform
consistent.
bubbles?
You want to be consistent.
Okay.
You don't want to be forceful, but you have to also try. Like there needs to be some sort of tension. Every time you're working with your vocal cords, you want to make sure that you're not creating too much tension. So if you're like warming up and all of a sudden you're like, dang, my throat hurts. Yeah, you went too far. Like you need to take it a notch down. And I think vocal warm up is something that like nobody does in capoeira. Like,
no.
Guys, it literally changes the texture of your voice to do a vocal warm up. Like,
and even when you're done, right, Faisca, when you're done, we gotta do this the other way around, because once you're warmed up and your voice is gonna be reaching a certain level, if you don't, I don't know how to say this warm it up.
Warm
you're
down.
Gonna be
cool down.
You're cool down, exactly. You're gonna be singing with that that level of talking. You leave the Roda and you're gonna be talking because your voice is warmed up. And you don't even notice. And that gets really tiring, really tiring, you know?
Yeah, that's a really great point.
I like that warm up because that also helps me personally for the podcast, because you know his voice using, and then you just talking and we talk and talk, and then it's very important for us to, you know, in the Roda, it's just like so important for us to use our voice. So important.
Another tip for you or for anybody who wants to sing, right? Before you start a podcast, before you're going to go sing, do the like motor sound, put a timer on your clock for 1 minute and just go just like that.
Nice.
For 1 minute.
Yeah.
And then you can do a glissando. So after you do it with no sound, you can do it with sound. So go.
Yeah. This is what I do. With the tongue as well, right, Faisca?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you can do it with the tongue as well. That's right.
Cool.
And cool. I think if you do that, like take 3 minutes to warm up, you'll like if you have any phlegm that sometimes gets stuck in there, that gets in the way of singing.
Yes.
It'll start to kind of release and go away. So preferably like don't eat cheese or yogurt or milk before you sing. Like these things.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Because you guys eat like the creamy, and the oils stuff.
Yeah, it starts to build up phlegm. So you'll.
That's why I'm vegan. I'm kidding.
Facts.
That's funny.
Good plug.
Nice, yeah. Oh, cool. See, I didn't know about the lactose stuff. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Cool. And then what about like to create lyrics? So we went a little bit of on like exercises for the voice and all that, but now when it comes for you to create those lyrics. And then I know both of you have created lyrics before, and to exercise or tips for people to, even English speakers, because I believe English speakers can also do this.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
You want to go first, Alba?
Well, I guess that writing a song is such a beautiful thing. It's not only about writing a song for the sake of writing. Like there's so many things attached, you know. So I guess that it can start with improvising. So like maybe when you have the Paranauê, Paranauê, Paraná, oi aqui não sou querido, lá na minha terra eu sou Paraná. This thing of improvising helps you, because improvising can also have the impact of rhyming, and then the words that you choose. So
Think
it's not
fast,
something like,
yeah,
it's not something very complex.
Yeah.
So you go like just one verse. So aqui não sou querido, lá no Paraná eu sou. Aqui não sou querido, na casa da minha mãe eu sou. You play with it, you know. You play with it. It's something straight to the point. I've mentioned this before to you when in our previous podcast.
Yeah.
What I think it helps me a lot. It's like I get a word when I'm composing a song. I gotta have a word that will guide me through my song.
Nice.
So again, going back to minha bagagem. Minha bagagem was like the key word was bagagem. And then I had the brainstorming. What are the words that are connected to bagagem that will help me convey my idea? So I got a notebook and I started writing. Whether I was thinking about rhyming or not, I was writing words. Bagagem, camaradagem, passagem, viagem. Great.
Nice.
And then, okay, I don't have any other words that rhyme. So I'll think of other, okay, capoeiragem. Oh, another one. Great. No pressure.
Yeah.
The more words you have, the better. Okay, this is first step. Okay, I'm done with it. Now start writing isolated, scattered sentences. Okay. Capoeiragem me traz bagagem. I didn't like this one. Capoeiragem me faz ter mais viagem. I don't know. Start playing.
Yeah.
Write everything. Write everything. Cool. In the following day, you get it again, third part.
Yeah.
Then you're going to get the sentences that were cool for you, that they work. And then you start organizing them to be coherent.
Yeah.
You know, because I got to be coherent on what I'm writing. And then you organize them. And then there are other things that you're going to work. But mostly, okay, I got to have a keyword. I got to have a theme to write. I don't write about anything. There must be a theme. Okay, yeah. I'm going to be talking about composing. Okay, so when I wrote E valorizo cantar na roda de capoeira, o berimbau quando chama na roda faz o corpo todo arrepiar. I was thinking about the act of singing and what it brings to people.
Yeah,
singing.
Nice.
What is singing? What is singing? And then when I thought of singing, I said, I got to talk about charanga. I got to talk about culture. I got to talk about history. I got to talk. Boom. Things started crossing my mind and I organized them. So imagine that there's so many things scattered and you're organizing them in order to compose a song. It's not a one-day thing. Yeah. What I can tell people, and this is one of the problems, is that people think they're going to compose a song in one day, and in the following day, they're going to get famous. Forget about it. Forget about it.
The next
you're going to write. It must take like a month. A month for you to, write the song and then adapt it to your voice and then adapt it to the what is the toque? Okay, is it going to be Banguela, something regional or Angola? I don't know. I have a friend, Formado Savério. He composed a song for São Bento Grande Regional, And when we were about to record the album, we changed it for Samba de Roda. Can you believe it? A song that it was supposed to be São Bento Grande ended up being Samba de Roda. And that's perfect. That's perfect. But we needed to, try and think about it and play as many times as we could. And there will be songs that you're going to compose and you're not going to sing. And that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
I have songs that I have written that I have not exposed myself to anybody. I have not, some people don't know. I have a song. It's written. It's here.
Yeah.
There's a rhythm. There's a melody, but I don't sing it. It was an exercise for me. Nice. And there are songs, man, that I wrote and they were ready. And then I played, my master loved it, my student loved it. And I started singing like as if it were, So it is a journey. Composing songs is a journey to everybody. Again, the same thing that I said about singing, I say about composing. Okay, I'm going to compose a song. There's 4 verses. Amazing, beautiful. Nice. Sing it. Sing it. Oh, but there's no rhyming. Amazing. Sing it. Are you happy with it? Oh, I am. Perfect. You wrote a song.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's a series of exercises that are going to be doing. And one day, eventually, there will be a song of yours that people are going to be singing or not. We don't write songs for that. I don't write songs for that. I write songs because I'm a teacher. I like writing. I've always enjoyed writing. And I want to share my ideas with people. And that's it. Period. So play with it. Have fun with it. Evolve. I guess the capoeiristas must write songs in order to evolve, because they will be researching about the culture. They're going to be researching about the language. They're going to be getting to know themselves better. When you write a song, you get to know yourself better. So it's an exercise for yourself.
Nice.
So that's it.
I like that.
I love that you finished on that point, because when I composed a song for Capoeira, I composed it for myself because I was personally going through a very difficult time. This was along with my hip surgery, and I had just moved from Rio to Miami, a lot of cultural adaptations. It was very different for me. And, I think there's a lot of elements of what you're saying that resonates with me. So I had told my husband, I want to write a song. He's very into music too. He sings.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he was a musician before I was.
Oh, that's why you were shy to sing in front of him.
Yes, exactly.
You thought he was out to judge you or something. Yeah, that's cool though.
And we were playing. We listened to a lot of Brazilian music, bossa nova, samba. I just think exposing yourself to a lot of different varieties, you can make references to.
Amazing.
Tip of the hat to certain cultural references, which is what I did. So the song that I wrote goes: Capoeira que é bom nunca cai, se dia ele cai, cai bem, na roda de capoeira e na vida também. So there's a song from, acho que Vinícius de Moraes, né? Capoeira que é bom não cai, se dia ele cai, cai bem, da-dan-dan, da-dan-dan.
Yeah.
And that so the melody, it took me quite some time to figure out the structure of the melody. But when I sat it probably took me 3 months. I don't know. It took me a long time. And then once I got down the melody, I literally sat down to write the rest of the song, and the whole thing came out. The whole thing.
Cool.
Inspiration always finds you working.
Yeah.
So inspiration is not going to come when you're I'm going to walk. I mean, it could, but I have found that for creatives, a lot of times creatives, we want to just be walking down the park and the whole song comes to us.
Usually comes in the shower.
But I'm feeling it. It's no, you need to stop. You need to put in the work.
Yeah.
And one thing for me that was really, I like to lean into things that interest me, right? And I'm a person who I desire to grow in wisdom.
For sure.
I don't want to make the mistakes of other 35-year-olds are making. I want to be wiser beyond my years. I want to go faster in capoeira. I want to be able to really extract all of the knowledge that exists. So I like to sit at the feet of people who know more than me. And I like to ask questions.
Yeah.
And when you decide that you're going to write a song, at least this is how it was for me, everything becomes lyrics. Like I'll be talking to somebody and they're talking about, true story, they're talking about the arame of the berimbau and how when it gets too hot, it rips, it arrebenta.
Yeah.
And so I had been training capoeira e eu tava cabeça muito quente, like I couldn't chill out in my game, I was too intense. So I wrote part of the verse, I wrote, cabeça fria é clareza, malandragem e destreza, arame que esquenta não aguenta, destempera e arrebenta, faz o berimbau parar. So
nice.
And that I literally had just gotten off the phone with my friend from Rio, Contramestre Tarobinha, and he I was like, I brought a bunch of berimbaus from Brazil, and I snapped one of them, like the arame, like completely snapped, and I was talking to him, and I was like, bro, like I don't know, like maybe I did something wrong. Ele, não, Faisca, tipo, arame que esquenta não aguenta. Ele tempera, ele arrebenta. And I was like, caraca.
That's a song.
There, right there.
É a letra. I was like, all right, gotta go.
Nice.
Talk to you later.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta go.
He's like,
and you know, and even like, I train under Contramestre Cavallo, and in one class, he was like giving us instructions after class and saying like, you guys need to be more patient. Like the game, it needs to, é como bom prato caseiro. Ele toma tempo para pegar o tempero. E eu, caraca, como bom prato caseiro. Só com o tempo dá tempero, faz o copo vadiar.
Nice.
Então, assim, and it's, to me, it's so special to be able to grab things that I'm experiencing and learning and create like an awesome rhyme out of it, you know? And I think it is super hard. I'm still in the process of writing more songs. I haven't been able to write anything that I feel like super excited and proud to like put out there.
Yeah.
Part of the process is
of course,
playing around and sharing with people. You don't have to write by yourself.
Yeah.
You
exactly.
know? So,
exactly.
One day I went to a capoeira workshop where they put, I think 4 or 5 people, and then each of them like came with like verses and lines, and then they put all the verses together to create one single song. And
I did this in Argentina.
Really cool.
It was really cool. Yeah.
That's cool.
I had groups, you know, like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
And for each group, they would come up with a theme and write a song.
Nice.
And it's amazing because like people start, you know, adding and adding. I have this thing with my friend from Albatroz. I send him things and he sends me back, and like, you know, we exchange ideas. So sometimes it's like my mastery, I compose something. It's like 10 verses, and he does the other 2 that I was not able to you know, to conclude. And then he gives me more too, like, oh, thank you, man. So
nice.
So it's sharing, exchanging, and man, it's beautiful when it's I love what Faisca said about the thing about wisdom. Yeah. It takes time. It takes like exchanging and having people who are like surrounded by like, okay, I'm here for you, you know, like I'm not judging. Let me help you. Okay. Yeah. Again, as I told you, like, we're not gonna get famous because maybe we will, but that's not the main goal. The main goal is like what Faisca said. I was talking on the phone. I got something, bingo. Boom, I got a song, you know? And maybe she'll be singing this for people in Miami and people will love. And then one day she comes to São Paulo and people will not love. And that's okay. That's totally okay. But she loved it. Yeah. Okay, so mission accomplished. That's it, you know?
Yeah, nice.
I think the thing you said about rhyming too, I think is super, super cool and a great, like, easy way to start. And not only that, but it prepares you to freestyle. I mean, I think that like the ultimate level of music in capoeira is if you can freestyle.
Oh, that's
like
so
if you can
cool.
freestyle and like, you know, put out some jabs, you know, here on the spot. And that requires having a lot of like vocabulary and like the cadence of the song down. Because if you mess up, like you're out. So
Because I've been also in Hadas where like two mestres they're on the beating box and they just having a conversation back and forth with the music. And it comes to what Faisca just said, like that skill of like coming up with something there, and then you just go together with all that. It's
So
just so
I
cool.
wanted to share something another thing that really helped me inspire me for composing. I joined a samba school called Casa de Tapera.
Oh, cool.
Albatroz você deve conhecer, né?
I know, I know.
And I did their online course for a year. I'm actually repeating it because I loved it so much.
Nice.
And it like basically they study samba, samba de roda, and just explain all the origins of samba baiano, do recôncavo, and just kind of how it spread out, how, you know, samba de enredo came to be, where did pagode come from, and like all of the roots of samba. And also you learn like a ton of different corridos. And you actually come to learn that most of our corridos in capoeira come from samba.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah.
I think that you study like a ton of different like albums and different genres of music. You don't just study samba, you study like a lot of Brazilian music. And it stimulated just a lot of my creativity. Like
nice.
On the spot one day, we would like challenge each other with samba songs, and I made one up like on the spot.
Cool.
And it just like that was the energy that was flowing, and like it was just so much incredible creativity. So lean into knowledge. Like you guys, there's information out there. Casa de Tapera is one of them. It's fully in Portuguese, so that is kind of a prerequisite, is that you're ready to like speak in Portuguese and sing in Portuguese a lot. But I found it to be so helpful to understand the history of Brazilian music, and also have like this repertoire of samba. Now, like quando chega a rodinha de samba, por mais que não é samba de roda, at the end of a capoeira event, like I'm already there, like singing sambas, and I'm trying to get people to like come along too, you know, so it's cool.
Nice. Beautiful. Nice. And samba is such a like a party music, you know, just like it makes you jump, and then everybody's just like happy, and it's just like samba de roda is so cool, man.
Love it.
Yeah. And then to close it up, each of you, single advice for music, to develop the music and to like come up with the practice and get a motivation for music.
I'll share the advice that I'm giving myself right now.
Yes.
Be consistent. You're not going to get good if you're not consistent. This is what I tell myself all the time. I do like the physical training a ton. I had to like tell myself, Julia, you need to train less capoeira. Tipo, I was training 5 times a week. Maybe I can train 3 times a week, and actually dedicate some sincere time to studying and playing, because you have to play to get good.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Like that.
Along with that, don't underestimate yourself. I guess that the thing of our judgment nowadays, because we're so exposed on social network, and there's so many good people, and the thing about the chords, again, as I said, we got labeled. You know, there's labels all the time, and okay, only professores can do that. No, forget about the label. Forget about the label. It doesn't matter if you started training capoeira like 27 years ago, as I did, or if you like started last week. If you're consistent, as Faisca said, if you're like really dedicating some time for that, and if you don't underestimate yourself, like talk to people, learn, put into practice, and put love, you know, on your sleeves. Like I love this thing of, okay, it's what is the goal of doing this? It's love.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, so you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about like how long will it take for me to be sing. If you think about this like as the priority, like it's not gonna help.
Yeah.
Think about how much fun you're gonna have. Think about how much you're gonna evolve as a human being after that.
Yeah.
So if this helps you, if this makes you happy, if this makes you like part of a community, amazing. Don't think about like, okay, when will I be able to sing this on a charanga with Mestre Paulinho? No, don't think about this now.
Yeah.
Start putting some hard work love yourself, love what you do, and then things are gonna help. Like when the first time that I wrote my song, I was not thinking about, okay, I'll be taking part in an album, I'll be recording an album with my friends. I really, for real, I didn't think about it.
Or doing a podcast about music.
No way,
Yeah.
it's no way. With a guy from Indianapolis, with a girl from Miami, I have not considered this.
From Apucarana.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So things will happen, and in a very organic way. You just gotta put love,
Yeah,
that's it.
I like that. And you come out, just more like confident, and then you come out happy because you did something, and then it's just another accomplishment that's gonna make you happy too.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, guys, for sharing that knowledge. I wish we can speak for another 2 hours, and I'm pretty sure we can. Yeah, man, it's so fun to to talk to you guys and learning from you guys and just like sharing capoeira. I really, really hope to see you guys in person one day.
No, super nice. Thank you so much. Learned so much with you both today. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. It was like an amazing time. I wish we could be talking this like in person, and then I would get a berimbau, and
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm here like, oh my god, I want to play berimbau. I want to sing with these guys.
That would be so fun, man.
Soon. We'll make it happen.
Soon.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally.
I was actually talking to Cabezon. I want to go to Miami soon.
Nice. Come visit us.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much, guys, and for sure I'll talk to you guys later.
Sounds good.
Amazing.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being part of this episode one more time. And thank you so much for being part of the Capoeira community. I'm very happy you made it all the way to the end. Now, make sure you listen to the next episode next week or the following week or the previous episodes. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. And don't forget to reach out so we can have you on the podcast. Okay. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing journey in the Capoeira community. And I really, really hope to see you one time here in Indianapolis, or I'll see you in the Roda next time. Okay. Keep training, keep your Capoeira school, keep supporting your Capoeira school, and keep training, keep loving Capoeira, keep training, keep playing the Roda. I'll see you in the Roda next time. Peace.